Well, we're turning now to our Be Mindful segment. We are highlighting the impacts that social media has on youth mental health. I spoke to a young lady who says that social media played a major factor in her mental health. I also spoke to a doctor about the possible effects online platforms can have on young people. Here's my report.
What I learned in DBT and individual therapy got me through my worst mental health moments.
That's Normandy Filsick confidently giving a speech at the grand opening of the new Ohana Center for Child and Adolescent Behavioral Health. It wasn't always this easy for her.
Being a teenager is probably always hard for everyone, but it's specifically hard right now.
Normandy's biggest challenge to her mental health?
Social media is a really big thing. It feels like everything has really big consequences. Or if you say one thing wrong, everyone's going to post it on social media and everyone will know.
Dr. Susan Swick is the Chief Medical Officer at Montage Health. She says that according to the CDC,
at least 1 in 5 children will have a mental illness before they turn 18.
The CDC also says that 50% of all lifetime illnesses show up by the age of 18. Does social media play a role in mental health?
Often screens feel like you're engaging with people or activities, but it's virtual, right? So you're only engaging mentally, but not in that three-dimensional way.
It feels like every little thing that previously would probably just die away in memory is big, and it can be archived on the internet. It feels like you have to watch your back all the time.
From a scientific perspective, the jury is out on exactly what role screen time, social media in particular, may be playing in the rising rates of anxiety and mood disorders in teenagers, and that's 12 to 24-year-olds. But those rates have been rising, and it has been happening for about the last 12 to 15 years.
According to the American Academy of Child, Adolescent, and Psychiatry, on average, children ages 8 to 12 in the United States spend more than 4 to 6 hours a day watching or using screens, and teens spend up to 9 hours.
Most of the apps and programs on these phones have been designed to make it super rewarding and hard to put down because someone else is making money.
So what can be done to limit the potential effects?
All of us can practice putting down the phone and doing something that's analog, whether it's a card game, or reading a book, or talking about something with someone.
There is hope.
Up to 3/4 of these illnesses, if you get to the right treatment, we can cure it. You don't need to be in treatment all of your life. And for those illnesses that will prove to be chronic, we know a lot about how to keep those illnesses in remission so young people can still build lives of great meaning and satisfaction.
Normandy is proof.
I wouldn't be able to do things. Well, obviously I wouldn't be here giving a speech, but I wouldn't be able to do things like this. I probably would have different plans for college than I do now. Like, whole life trajectory would probably be quite a bit different.
And the doctor says that it's also important for families to be open and honest with each other and put down that screen, have that face-to-face conversation. Now, if you'd like to check out all of our Be Mindful segments, you can go over to our website and click the Be Mindful tab. Well, we know now today that the Federal Trade Commission has unveiled a new plan to improve children's privacy and protection online. The new proposal includes protections for children's personal data and limits for what information companies can collect from children online. Now, the FTC says that digital platforms would be required to turn off targeted ads to children under 13 years old by default. Advertisers would also be prohibited from sending push notifications to children.